Hi guys, good to see you all again. Today we are going to see something about break-even point. I'll tell you exactly what this break-even point is. Before getting into this break-even point, you'll have to understand a couple of concepts: fixed costs and variable costs. Let's assume that you guys are setting up a textile manufacturing unit, a garments manufacturing unit. You guys are planning to produce some shirts. You guys have got an investment of 1 lakh rupees from your dad, and with that 1 lakh rupees, you are going to start a business. You utilized 20,000 rupees for paying rental advance for the premise, 20,000 for procuring the machinery for manufacturing the shirts, and 20,000 for doing some interiors for your premise. And the balance 40,000 you are planning to utilize it for procuring the materials like collar, cuff, cloth, like the things which are used for manufacturing the shirts. Right. Now, at this point of time, you guys have to understand carefully the rental advance, the machinery, the interiors. It doesn't have anything to do with the number of shirts you produce. It is not at all going to vary. That's going to be fixed. You produce 100 shirts, you produce 1,000 shirts, you produce 2,000 shirts, the cost, whatever you incur for the machinery, the rental advance, the interiors, that's going to remain same. That is going to be fixed. That is fixed cost. Whereas the collars, the cuff, the cloths, all these things would vary with the number of shirts what you produce. If you produce 1,000 shirts, probably you may be incurring the cost for 1,000 collars. Probably if you produce 2,000 shirts, then again you may be incurring the cost for 2,000 cuffs. Like in that way, it will vary with the number of shirts what you produce. So that is nothing but the variable cost. The cost which remains fixed with the number of shirts you produce, that is called fixed cost, and the cost which varies with the number of shirts you produce, increases with the number of shirts you produce, and if you decline your production, then again it decreases with the number of shirts you produce. That is called variable cost. Right. Now your dad steps in. Your dad steps in and he is asking you, my son, you got 1 lakh rupees of investment and you told that you would be setting up some textile unit, setting up some manufacturing unit. What happened? And you will be explaining him that 20,000 are utilized for rental advance and 20,000 for machinery and 20,000 for interiors, and the balance 40,000 is lying in the form of stock. Yes, I have utilized it for procuring materials for producing the shirts. Yes, your dad got convinced. Now, your dad is asking, my son, when are you paying me back? When you are going to pay me back? Okay, 40,000 I understand. That is remaining in the form of stock. Now, tell me the 60,000 when you are going to pay me back. You do some calculations and you will tell your dad, Dad, when I produce and sell 300 shirts, you will be getting your 60,000 back. This point is called break-even. The point at which the fixed cost is recovered, that is called break-even. Your dad, okay, tell me in terms of period. Again, you do some calculation and you are telling, Dad, within 30 days, I will be able to pay you the 60,000. Again, no, tell me in terms of number. Okay, Dad, if I make some sales of 2 lakhs rupees, then I will be able to repay you the 60,000 fixed cost. The dad is convinced. He is satisfied. This is break-even point. The point, the point could be expressed in terms of number of units, or probably it could be expressed in terms of rupees, or it could be expressed in terms of period. It depends. But still, that point at which the fixed cost is recovered, that is called break-even point. Clear? I believe that you guys have got a fair idea about the break-even point. Probably in the next video we will see some of the concepts. Thank you for watching. Happy preparation.